Top stories. Police confirm body found in Stapleton area. 45-year-old stabs teen to death in Guyana. And Peru's president lifts Lima lockdown amid criticism. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Wednesday, 6th April 2022. I'm Carla Barrage. We begin with news on the national scene. Police have confirmed that a body was discovered in the Fountain Estate Mountain area located behind Stapleton on Tuesday. There has been no official identification as police are continuing to investigate the matter. Identification will be released after an autopsy has been conducted. The police have charged Trevor and Edwards of Stapleton Village for the offense of assault with intent to rob, which was committed on March 11, 2022. He was charged on April 2, 2022, and has been remanded at Her Majesty's Prison. Edwards, for whom a wanted poster was issued, turned himself into police custody on Wednesday, March 30, 2022. As tributes continue to pour in for His Excellency Ambassador Vance Amri, the University of the West Indies Open Campus has joined the nation of St. Kitts and Nevis in mourning the passing of the former Premier of Nevis. Ambassador Amri pursued studies in economics and history at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus and graduated in 1973. A press statement issued by UWI Open Campus said, quote, Ambassador Amri was a strong supporter of the UWI and regularly attended public lectures and other events hosted by the St. Kitts and Nevis Open Campus Countryside. His last event at the UWI was in August 2021 when he served as guest speaker at the St. Kitts and Nevis UWI Alumni Association Global Giving and Pelican Award ceremony, where he reminisced on his experience at the UWI, end quote. Ambassador Amri served as extramural representative for the UWI between 1974 to 1977. The UWI Open Campus leadership team has extended heartfelt condolences to the family and friends of His Excellency Ambassador Amri. Moving now to news on the regional scene. The police in Guyana have detained a 45-year-old man who is said to have a history of violent behavior. This time he is facing a murder charge. More details in this report from Travis Chase.
A 45-year-old man will appear in court this week charged with the murder of 16-year-old Isaiah Smith of Middle Road, Le Penitence. Police headquarters reported that the stabbing death happened at about 14:55 hours at Hawk Street and Independence Boulevard, All Boys Town, on Monday. Smith's friend, who prefers his identity withheld, told reporters that Smith was killed over an old grievance.
But to show you that had a long grievance before this and the man tell he can stick and gum.
Police said that two eyewitnesses told investigators that they, along with the now deceased youth, were sitting on a bench east of the older man's home. The man reportedly asked them to move, but when Smith refused, he was slapped by the man. This led to an altercation.
Now, he come across here, he buy his screaming a ping pong. Like, he don't, the man come and say, he don't want nobody here. And he uses the F word. F word, F word, F word. So the man get up and say that that's how we talk to people. And Satan, you can get up and rush. When I expect you to get stabbed, and the man will stab you.
Smith was stabbed to the abdomen. He was later taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital by a taxi driver and a rural constable attached to the Rhymeville police station, but was pronounced dead on arrival. Smith's friend cautioned the youths of All Boys Town to resist the devil.
And pray each and every day that God could protect our soul. We will have strength, wisdom and understanding. Overcome and fight this force, because the devil is very busy, he's seeking for blood.
Smith's body is presently at the Georgetown Public Hospital mortuary awaiting an autopsy. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Regional ministers of foreign affairs were afforded a unique opportunity to discuss critical foreign policy, economic and security issues at the 2022 Canada-Caricom Foreign Ministers Group meeting last Friday. More in this GBN News report.
Speaking at the opening ceremony, Canadian Minister of Foreign Affairs Melanie Joly said strengthening the Canada-Caricom partnership was a major focus.
Strengthening ties and expanded cooperation with the Caribbean is a priority for Canada. Bilaterally and multilaterally, we want to deepen our engagement. Last year, together, we launched the annual Canada-Caricom Foreign Ministers Group. And in 2 weeks' time, my colleague and a good friend of mine, Minister Ng, who's our Minister of Trade, will lead a Canada-Caribbean trade mission in your region.
The Canadian Foreign Minister said the pandemic has shown that unity and strong multilateral relationships are critical to the recovery process, while highlighting that as of April 1st, Canada has lifted the pre-entry testing requirements for visitors.
I know that especially after a long winter, Canadians are eager to get to the sun and to experience the beauty and rich cultures of the Caribbean. Canada and CARICOM must also join forces to take concrete actions to mitigate, adapt, and tackle the existential threat of the climate crisis. We'll continue to support the Caribbean in addressing the impact of climate change, including disaster risk reduction.
Minister Jolly stated that Canada with financing, including private sector investments, having already committed $5.3 billion. Co-chair and Minister of Foreign Affairs for Belize, Iman Courtney, noted that what the world needs now is action.
Action and results on the issues that matter to the citizens of the world will restore faith in the multilateral, and more importantly, how we implement them and by when. The most important outcome of this meeting should be an agreement on a mechanism that will advance our relationship in investment, trade, development, and functional cooperation, and facilitate our political dialogue.
At the end of the meeting, ministers reaffirmed their commitment to sustainability, resilience, climate action, and shared values in advance of a Leaders Summit anticipated later this year. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
And we're moving now to news on the international scene. Peruvian President Pedro Castillo has lifted a mandatory